Alright guys, hi guys, for those of you watching or who will be watching. I'm at San Francisco here, KSFO. I'll get this off the ground before I get started talking here. And bear with me if I fly like crap here, because once I start talking I lose focus quite easily and it's easy to mess up. But I don't really care today. I'll do my best though. I'll see who's here. Sometimes there's good action here, sometimes there isn't. I got a couple of takeoffs I saw earlier that were beautiful. Fun to watch. American Airlines 256. So why do I love GeoFS so much? I've loved GeoFS, by the way, for about 15 years now. Xavier himself knows that. 15 years, that's a long time. 4,000 plus hours now. But I love it because it's very simple. You can get on here and just fly. If you have a half hour to spare here, there, whatever, and I have a lot of that now because of other hobbies. It's very simple. Fun to just get on, do stuff. And when I started GeoFS Pilots Group in 2016, it was just to get a few people together and fly and record it. Eventually, about 3 months after I started the server, I started recording. And it took off. I mean, we had a bunch of us over a solid 4-year period. There was a lot of people that came and went, had a blast. And most of the flights, most of the really good videos came about spontaneously with just a few of us most of the time. Most of the really good videos. There was a lot of the IFR flights that we did that just got monotonous. All that flight planning that you guys do now, all that. It takes you guys a month in some of these events that you do to plan at GeoFS Events. It's silly. You know, most people want to get on just for an hour here or less and just do something. And that was one of the best things about GeoFS Pilots Group back in the days, because there was always somebody, when I got on, to do something with, and we would bang out a video every day, almost every day, one way or the other. And that's what I loved about it. And a lot of other people did too. And nowadays, I know it's different. It's all hours, flights, who's getting the most of this and that, and like they're getting names for themselves just by doing autopilot all day, all night, whatever. It's not good video, obviously. GeoFS video, which is what I love to do. I love to put out the good GeoFS multiplayer videos for the people that loved watching the GeoFS multiplayer videos. And I'm not taking away from all the other guys who do them. I mean, everybody has a right to create, and it's great. I like to see it, obviously, but the environment is terrible. It's terrible now with those particular people. And a couple of them are rotten to the core. They have shown themselves to be rotten to the core. I'm not even going to mention names. But, like I said, the best part of GPG in the early days was just how quickly we could just do something and have fun doing it. And like I said, there was a lot of people involved. A lot of good people too. Some went on to be pilots. And so I put my server back up. I put my server link back out there. And I knew it was going to get nobody for a while. It'd probably be that way for a long time. And I expect it to be that way. I really don't care one way or the other. But it's there for those of you interested. I'm always flying when I'm not doing my other hobbies, and willing to record anybody who wants to be recorded. I don't care if I ever do it again, but it's there if you want it. If it takes off a little bit, I know there's a lot of people who don't like Discord, and I don't blame you. I may set up something where I post in advance what I'm going to do for those of you who want to join me without communicating at all on Discord, because I've done a lot of good videos that way too. So, I mean, I'm looking at options because I've tried joining some of these servers. You got this C-Bus guy who I don't know. I don't see what's going on there. I got booted from that server. I tried making some nice conversation in that server. I did. We had some good conversation, but I think it was all with the same person, it seemed like. Just different screen names and different accounts and all this shit. You know. And then, you know, XYZ Manny, whoever that is, who's a moderator at GeoFS Events. I believe he was the one who gave C-Bus the advice, or took the Pickle's advice. I just think the Pickle's involved in all this shit. And all these servers. He's got all these people. Just getting into some of these servers it's easier to walk into a maximum security prison. It's unbelievable. But like I said, I'm going to give it a shot and see if there's any interest in multiplayer recording, flying, doing different things. And let's see if I get down here and do some hovering. I meant to do that for you guys. That does take a little bit of focus and a lot of trim. I am trimming. I need a new joystick like you read about, because this button that I use to trim up, I really can't tell when I'm actually pushing it anymore. But it works. So I gotta get my speed down if I want to do some hovering. I want to get some power to stop descending so much. I'm trimming down, adding power, trimming down, adding power. That speed is coming down. Trimming those up, adding power. Reducing power, trimming up, a little bit of yaw, I can't see. So that was a shitty landing. So like I said, it's going to be, my server will probably be dead forever, but it's there, like I said. I think I've covered everything pretty quickly here, but for those of you who like to treat GeoFS as if it's, and I've used MSFS and X-Plane 11, and I like them for what I learned from them, but it's all flight planning, it's all time consuming, and that's great if that's what you want to do, but I don't want to do it. And when I get on GeoFS, I never use autopilot anymore. I've learned how to control these machines, each and every type, pretty well, and it's been a blast, and I've learned it all on GeoFS and the other simulators. But even the other simulators, when I got pretty good at them, I didn't even bother flight planning. I just got in them and flew them by hand. I enjoy doing that because it teaches you a lot. It really does. So that's all the flying and talking I'm going to do today. I think